Hey guys, before I start this video, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. Trying out some new audio equipment and it didn't quite go how I wanted to. Didn't have some settings correct, I guess. So the video, or the audio rather, that you're about to hear is kind of crappy, but I'll get it fixed up in the next episode. So here we go. Man, it is crispy out this morning. 27 degrees, but it feels like 16. So I'm gonna go run to the store, get some parts for the old girl here. Ooh, let's do a cold start. Cold start. Hell yeah. Good morning, guys. I'm just out here warming the old E30 up, about to do an oil change and some other maintenance items. Tighten up the belts. One of them is squeaking, or maybe it's too tight. I don't know. But like I said, I'm out here driving this thing, warming it up. I'm going to stop at Napa, return a core to get this thing nice and toasty so the oil drains out of it nice and quick. So I'm getting ready to shoot another video for you guys, kind of like a follow-up video to the build review. I want to get some sounds of the engine running and record it on the street so you guys know what it sounds like and performs like, and just kind of make a whole video about it, because I'm sure you guys are curious as to how it sounds after watching me drone on about all the specs about it and kind of the boring stuff. But that's what the next video is going to be. But I need to get the oil changed, make sure everything's kind of tightened up for that. She's due for some maintenance. I don't know if you guys heard it in the last video, but when I was backing it into the garage, one of the belts was chirping, and I don't hear it this morning for some reason. But I'm still going to check it out. Well, I guess the belts fixed themselves because they're no longer squeaking. But classic E30 fashion, I just went to go turn the heat on, and I've got nothing. So I'll check that out while I'm doing the oil change, but I guess I don't have to worry about the belts. Jeez, who put this on last? Psych, it was me. Let's just let that drain for a minute. The old up and over. You guys are running an oil sandwich plate like I am. Tighten that nut up in the middle. Well, it's more like a threaded bolt fixture, whatever, but every time you take the oil filter off, make sure that's tight, because sometimes you can loosen it up when you take the oil filter off. Be nice if you could pre-fill these oil filters with oil, but since they're sitting horizontal, I think that'd be a bad idea. Give her a little snug. Classic. It stings the eyes, the fumes. I wasn't kidding when I said it was just below 30 out. It's really cold today. The wind chill is down in the teens. It's supposed to be a lot warmer tomorrow, but it's also gonna rain. And I could have done this in the garage, but I actually just want to kind of enjoy the sunshine at the same time. Nice and clean. I've always ran 2050 in this thing. That's what it used from the factory, albeit not synthetic. So, I mean, I use synthetic, especially on a turbo build. Makes me feel better. I don't go 5,000 miles on an oil change. I go 3, maybe, sometimes 2,500, but this is what I usually use. Also, this is no joke. Check this mileage out. That's original miles. Hardly any varnish in there. So that's another reason to run synthetic and change it often. Beautiful. Oil capacity stock is 5 liters. And if you're running a turbo, you might have to put in a little extra, you know, just because of the oil that sits in the feed line for the turbo and inside the turbo. So start with 5. Look how slow this stuff pours, especially when it's cold out. It's like honey. This is why I don't like doing the oil change on this car when it's cold out. This stuff takes forever to pour out of these bottles. All right, well, that's 5 liters. I'm gonna start it up and see where we're at. But first, I'm gonna try and figure out what's going on with the old blower. Maybe it's just a fuse, so get out the manual, see which fuse it is, and go from there. Could be wrong, but it looks like fuse 20. That's not looking good. Well, it looks like it's hot and run only. So let's see if we've got any power. Well, it's off for any reason. No. so we got power on that side. Shouldn't have power there. All right, just for fun, and this is probably a bad idea, instead of diagnosing it, let's just stick another 30 amp fuse in here. Well, now it's working. I'm gonna make a huge assumption and say that probably burned out because my blower motor is on its way out. It's probably getting seized up. I've never replaced it, and most of the time that's what these things do, is they seize up and either blow the fuse, or in worst case scenario like mine, start melting the terminal on the other side in the fuse box. So luckily I've got a spare. Probably throw that in sooner or later. For now, I'm going to see how long it lasts on this new fuse, because I decided to make it harder for myself to replace the blower motor by putting the wasted spark on the panel that you have to take off to get to it. So let's see how long that lasts. All right, I'm freezing my cojones off out here. We get this thing on the ground and fire it up, see where the oil's at. It's about halfway, so I'm gonna give it another half a liter. Oh yeah, let's give her the old holiday pour. All right, let's not. That should do it. That's where you want to be. Well, guys, that's it for today. Not some super exciting content, but just a little update, because I am going to be posting stuff more regularly, and there's going to be a huge gap in between videos. But yeah, just want to update you because I'm going to do a pretty sick video on this thing in the coming week, so you guys can get a better feel of how it sounds and performs on the street, and gearing up to get some pretty good footage on this thing. So just wanted to make sure it had some fresh oil in it, and I had a working blower motor in case it's cold, which is nice. So yeah, stay tuned, and you'll see a new video coming out very soon, hopefully an exciting one. So all right, see you on the next one.